historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the delay, Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for Sammy Watkins, we saw plays like this from time to time in his Kansas City days, and he's still making them here with his new team, the Ravens.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers now on first down. On the move to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
On first down, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for Packers. First down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Rodgers again now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go again with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson's pass complete to Sammy Watkins. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Baltimore.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.